Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? Cheers, cheers. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm a little tired. I just woke up, so forgive me. I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow getting up to speed. What we got going on here? I have no idea what this stuff is in here. Let's clean this out a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. What up? What up? Happy Friday. Anybody in the chat, let me know who up in here. Um, oh boy. Gosh, nameless. What's up, Gosh? What's up, nameless? I see y'all. I see y'all up in. Alright. Just trying to get things right over here. Alright, cool, cool. Alright. So, man. Uh what a chapter this week. What a chapter this week. Whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff. Not a lot of lore stuff. I'm heavy on the lore stuff, but a lot of a lot of things happen. Um, people getting smoked. People getting smoked. Motherfuckers transforming. I see that power scaling is like the thing right now that a lot of people are doing in different spaces. Jumping the gun, throwing out expectations, how they think fights gonna go. Uh, I've never been heavy power scaling guy, but I do have my own, critiques on what I think, people at right now. Red dump, red light district, same thing. We did discover that they are the same thing. Uh, yeah, I'm probably this is another one of those weeks where I think I have to start at the comment section again because we get a lot of comments and fair enough. A lot of comments from me. Fair enough because these last dozen chapters have been just so good. A lot of people are watching and reading like soon as the chapter translations drop, like that's how good shit has been. So um, everybody has an opinion, and I'm glad that everybody's sharing their opinion on what they think the current state of things is. But this last chapter was just so it was good and such like if I had to compare the previous week to this week's, it was like see you just like he just showed how things can be how you can make a chapter good in just like two different ways, right? The previous chapter was a lore dump, right? Bunch of good lore, bunch of good shit behind it. Art was fine. And then this chapter, action packed, people getting packed. Just so good in both ways, bro. Like in both ways. So yeah, enjoy this time while we had it, because remember we had a time in February and and January where shit was slow, But shit is lit right now. Shit is lit. We are in. I would say we are at the peak of it. We are in. I think we can say we are in the peak stages of this arc right now. I don't know how many chapters it'll last, but I don't think it'll be any downtime coming soon. Like the only POV change we can get is the bomb, but everything is starting to come together as we assumed it eventually would. People who are in different spots are coming all together, and so this shit's gonna hit the fan, and it's starting to get there. So it's getting really really good. I'm seeing new people every week in different spaces. So I'm glad people liking it. I'm enjoying it just as much as you guys are. Yeah, what's up, Zenu? What do you think? What arc will happen after the arc will end? I have no idea. Um, I don't really have no ifs and buts about. I know like Zenu, yeah, I see he said it down there. He thinks that like everybody's gonna meet back up with Fug. Um, Personally, I think Bomb got to escape out of there with Urek at this point. But I don't know. I don't know. Um, Urek versus Captain next chapter or Tron versus Gus thing. I have no clue. I think we stay with Urek. I think we have to stay with Urek. Um, yeah, I think we have to stay with Urek. Unless Trom disperses the space at that moment, I think we stay here. So, but yeah, we got some shit. So yeah, I gotta start right with the comments, yo. Like it's a lot. I don't wanna. It's a lot. A lot of people wrote a lot of different stuff. So I think it's only right to start there. I like to read the comments just to get the conversation started before we go any further. Um, Motherfuckers getting packed up, man. People are getting packed up. These people from the dump are no joke, bro. They are not to be played with in the slightest. They impressive, like impressive, like because that's been like so. I think like what we assumed, the lore dump stream, where I assumed that like opening up the dump may get like the rest of the armies out. Like that's what I assume like the key would do, right? And I'm starting to really think that's what it really is. Like the rest of the armies that get out. Like maybe like on this ship, obviously it's like one ship or whatever, but there's like a select few tough soldiers that are with like the new family heads. But absolutely think like unleashing that dump, it'll be the armies of all the new family heads. And if you think about it, if you think about it, this small group of people that they have right now, if they're out to eliminate the family members of the family heads, so like that's what they came to do on this field, right? They came to annihilate the Lobopia family and the Pobidao family. If they strategically continue to do things in this manner, which okay, now the family heads are going to be on 10, like not allowing something like this to happen, they'll probably lock shit down. But if that's how they move in, one, that's a smart way to move because that means when they let their people out, it's gonna be pandemonium. They gonna have the numbers, and numbers don't really mean shit against family heads, but we don't know what else kind of technology they have, what kind of shackles and shit they might can use. Like they using ancient technologies. That we know they got different kind of sorcerers and shit. So if they choosing to eliminate the armies of these people, it's for a reason. It's definitely for a good reason. So just something to note, as their plan is to eliminate the armies of the other family heads. So now, like I said, now obviously they're gonna be on 10. Like they're gonna be on 10. Like they know what's up now. Like, oh, these people are coming out to annihilate our families. But so maybe different families will have their guards up. Especially like a family as big as like Lobopia and the Pobia are the smaller ones, some of the smaller families. But uh, like the Coon family was the second largest family. They're gonna be like on 10. Like they're not going for that shit. Like so just good shit. Like I think Lusek will interrupt. Where do you rank the people in the tower? Doom was my favorite character. Doom was your favorite character? Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry your boy got packed up. I'm sorry. I do think he's dead, and I'm sorry to say. Um, what do you think? Where do you rank the people in the tower versus the people in the dump? Honestly, the people in the dump, the way I see it right now, the people in the dump are probably all 100 plus. I'm assuming they're all like ranked 100 and plus. That's what I truly think. I think they're all 100 plus level. Um, I don't think they're to be trifled with at all. The way they just came through the snipe shit, I think they're all 100 plus, easy. And I'm not even talking about the new family hits. They obviously got to be top 30 ish. They got to be top 30 ish. If they talking about becoming new family hits, they got to be top 30 ish. So, um, that's my ideal spot right now. And I said this kind of in the review. What Robodon does here matters. Like what Robodon does against the astronaut and Kieran will give like a very deep perspective. If Robodon gets straight up packed up, then Yeah, nah, they definitely like they definitely there. They're definitely there. Like at the cusp of family head level. Like if astronaut straight up packs him up, and granted Kieran's gonna be there, but Robodon has pretty much been outclassing Kieran for the most part. He might be a little annoyance in the background fighting, but I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna call this out now. This moment where Kieran is fighting Robodon, I think Astronaut may take Kieran out. To be honest, like you know how you get the moments in anime, like it happens a lot in Dragon Ball Z, where like you know like on some Frieza shit. Like Frieza may have somebody like weaker than him fighting. Like it's just an example, but like you know let's just say Dodoria is fighting Vegeta and he's losing, and Frieza's the type to show up and kill Dodoria first for being too weak, and then fighting Vegeta himself. Like that's the kind of person that like Frieza is. I think the astronaut's giving off similar vibes. Like he's like, oh, you can't take him. Cool. I think astronaut might straight up smoke Kieran because that was the plan anyway. Like we was never gonna be giving you a chance to be a family at Kieran. Like we just used you to get here. I think Kieran gets smoked. I think Kieran gets absolutely smoked by astronaut here. Then he fights Robodon. But then Robodon might not even let Kieran get smoked. Maybe he tries to smoke Kieran. Maybe Robodon's the type that might protect Kieran. But I don't know. I think Kieran's death flag is definitely the next one to be raised, like for sure. He's getting packed. He's definitely getting packed. You know. So hey, where are we talking about? What I missed? Nothing much. I'm just chatting about shit before I get to the comments because I gotta start with the comments. Hey, explain something. Why has chess become important now? Wasn't chess game just a lure primary to the place? What is Gusting think? I have no idea. I'll call it Breath. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Chess was the like chess was the assumption. Like when Kun set the whole thing up between Gusting and Trom, it was like, oh, let's have a chess match. And then like obviously there were going to be games and stuff like played in between that we obviously been through. But Gusting still wants to get to this center place, this grand hall. So I'm not sure if it's this, but we're getting too much chaos to play chess right now. So I don't know. I have no idea. Um, you know, I we in the beginning of this we had ideas of what we may have thought to see, like how this was gonna go. I can't predict shit. I can't predict shit. Not about this war. No, I can't predict shit. There's no outline exactly on how things are going. Like I couldn't have predicted these last few chapters at all. Not in the slightest. And that's good. That's good. So, what do you think has the best design from the dump? I like the guy in the spacesuit. He seems cool. I mean, he just got an astronaut outfit on, so I can't even say like his design is cool. I think he's an oddball. I think he stands out for sure because like astronaut suit. Like what are we doing? Like how does that even make sense in this world? Like in this world, how does this even make sense? But as far I probably like the Lady Gra. Like I think she looks elegant as fuck. The way she came out, the way she's looking down, she looks like a real elegant ass lady. And she's talking about taming Yama. So like somebody who talks like her and then talks about taming Yama, I'm like, okay, like what's she like? Like I really want to see what she like. So I'm more interested in her more than anything else that I've seen so far. So all right. I knew this first. Get these comments up. Yeah, so I know a lot of people are doing a lot of chatting in the comments, so I'm gonna put the comments up. Uh, Alright, that's good enough. That's good enough. That is good enough. Let me see what else. Bomb has become too strong. I think CU will send Bomb into a coma. I don't think so. I don't think so. Right now, if I had to like scale Bomb, I don't think Bomb can box with them. I don't think Bomb can box with the people from the from the dump. Like not the way they one shot and shit, not the way they type and shit. I don't think he can box with them. Um, maybe with the lightning girl, but I don't. We can't even scale Yama yet, so I don't even know. If Yama is like Dumas like level right now, then no. And that's just I just threw that out there. There's no evidence to support it. But I'm just saying, if he's there, he can't box with them. I can't lie. I might join Revolution. These girls ain't looking trash to me. Daniel, you a flip flopper for the women? I hate to see it. I hate to see it. Brad, what we know about Judge thing of Gusting, he can only be killed by those repent themselves. Uh, I'm not sure if that's true. Doesn't that mean Gusting can't be killed by any family head? I don't know. I know he's able to punish, but I don't know about whether or not he's able to be killed. I don't know if that was a stipulation. I don't necessarily remember. We still haven't seen Traumary and Robodon interact. I want to see this. True. That's what I'm saying. Zenu. I think a good moment would like in this would be like astronaut packing Robodon up, like absolutely killing Robodon, and then Trom dispersing the shit. And like I wonder how Trom reacts to seeing Robodon getting packed up by these people. Like that would be an interesting to see. Like would he help Robodon? Would he teleport over to Robodon when he sent would he send a ball of disconnection at the astronaut dude and help Robodon? Like I really want to see that, right? V will take over Bomb. We'll get a new pro tag. If V takes over Bomb during this fight to fight the people from the dump, that would be crazy. But I don't think so. Um I don't want to go too crazy with it. Don't worry, I don't fall for crazy. I hear you. How does Gustang beat Traumery? I don't know. We haven't seen Gustang pull his whole bag of tricks out. I think it's you know, we've seen Trom evolve and get to the places where he is, but I do not think we've seen Gustang's peak at all. Like I have no reason to believe that. Um, how do you think it will end for Traumery? My bet is he gets his emotions and memories back and goes into a deep sleep. A deep sleep? I don't know. I think to be honest, I don't know. I still think Traumery dies. Whether it's via done by Gustang or the revolutionary people, I still think the death flag is still high for Traumery. I understand how powerful he looks, but there's gotta be something to this. Guys, like I understand that the revolutionary people are trying to like it seems like they're trying to leave now, but Gustang still has a plan for him. So I don't know. Like he wants to get to the Grand Hall for a reason. So I don't know. I still think the death flag is pretty much still raised for Traumery. Gus is cook. I'm trying getting all that. Hey, feel free to you welcome to believe it. Oh yeah, astronaut guy. I want him to look at Kieran in the eye and be like, "You ain't like us." I think the same thing, Sleepy. I think he gets. I think astronaut packs Kieran the fuck up. Um, V will most likely be a like soul partner with Bomb and remove the restrictions on his son to use the Shinsu quality. All right, I'm getting to these comments. So we start off at the bottom. We got Okami here. Okami says, might definitely be obvious, but I'm sure the blue haired baddie is probably a disgraced coon that got tossed into the red dump. That is a fantastic assumption. That's a good assumption. I like that. I like that. I haven't thought about that myself. I haven't given too much thought, but I guess her using lightning could necessarily stir over to the Coon family. She does have a bit of blue hair. I wonder if she's a child of two of the family heads. I wonder if she's a child of somebody. But no. I don't. That can't be it. That can't be it. Because Gra, she says she was raised and born and raised in the dump. I have no I can't think because of that is no reason for me to think that there's like any disgraced like actual children that come from that time unless time completely stops in the red dump, which that would be interesting to know if time stops there. We actually don't know. Time has to move different in that space if you ask me. It's a crack in the tower. Whether I don't think time would be slowed. To me, I would like if time completely stops there. That way, these people who were dumped would stay in the same place they would, meaning that like the only way that but and Gra could have been groomed. Like she also could have been groomed to take over, which I would like the idea of that too. But I would think that I would like to believe that time stopped there. But if she was born and raised, then obviously she had the age, so time couldn't stop. So I wonder how it works there. It may just work like normal time, to be honest. It may not even be slowed at all. Um, but as far as being a coon, I see where you're going only because the lightning quality. I get it. Um, but we just it's too many. We have too many questions to really pinpoint something. So, but I see where you're headed with it, Okami. Appreciate the comment. My boy Rand. Rand says Belier stated Gus was hated by the RLD people, and I was wondering, with the time between Secret hitting the floor and now, did Gus spend the time taunting, gassing up the people in the RLD before releasing them in the tower? I'm starting to think that Gus allowed the people of the RLD to see the extent of family head power, to show them what they would have to deal with once they're ready, which is now. It could be a stretch, but I don't hate the idea of that. But obviously they have to have a good idea of how strong the family is, and that's been one of the bigger questions that I've had since we got introduced to these people. Like, how can they scale against the family is, especially after what we just saw Trom do? How can these people possibly scale? But that question will be immediately answered if we see the boss exchange blows with Urek. We will know immediately what we're dealing with. So, but as far as Gusting obviously he knows about these people and who they are, what they are. He's been referencing them for a while, um, and I think he's had to have a conversation with them at the very least. At the very least, if not, he just communicated via Belier, which that could also. Well, but Belier said he's never met them, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm not sure about that, Rand. I can't necessarily answer that 100%. Um, and then Ichigo says not just Gustang, but all the family heads are hated. I think Belier is talking about them as a collective, right? Yeah, that's what I think too. I wouldn't be surprised if Gustang maybe showed them the extent of family heads' power. I think he even made the Shinwa Ryu ships for those guys. Sure, Michael is using it, but I think Michael's effectively on Team RLD. I think that maybe Gustang may have given Michael orders to strictly support these people. I think so. Um, I don't know if he's been like directly in contact with them, not more so than Belier, I wouldn't think. Especially since Belier comes from there and he's the one kind of stirring the pot for everything. But I would believe that Gustang may have given him Michael specific orders to support these people, to let them run amok basically, and that's why Proust is so fucking confused, because that was one of the minor things in this chapter. If you guys didn't notice, of which I talked about, Proust was very very confused on Michael's actions. Like, why are you like, who are these people? Why are you allowing this shit to happen? Like, what are we doing here? Um, Proust seems to be in a very, I think Proust is in a very unique spot, um, which I think we do need to pay more attention to, because Proust is supposedly the second strongest in the Poe beat out army, so above Dumas, which is a that's a big thing. So he's not supporting Michael's actions. He's obviously upset about the soldiers being destroyed, and then he has like three different ops on this field. So he like, I wonder what Proust does. Proust obviously has to come out the ship, but he's kind of in a unique position, because like Lobo Pia doesn't really have anybody besides Robodon that's kind of like representing that side of the army, and then like Proust is obviously the other figure that supports that side, for Pobito. And then Mike Hell's kind of like I'm assuming he's more loyal to Gustang than he is obviously the revolutionaries. And the Poe beat out army, he's just more loyal to his what he's been told to do. There's no reason for me to believe like he would just support the revolutionaries without being told, right? Like as we seen, like Dumas is very loyal to the orders given to him by Gustang, so I would assume the exact same thing for Michael. Um, I keep missing these lives. Finally called one. What's up, Rain? I think Trauma survives. I know how CU writes. Eh, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I think Gustang was talking to the boss in the workshop battle arc and floor of death arc. Um, I don't know. Are you talking about Mac? I thought it was Maxef. I sympathize with Gustang after what all happened. He walked on the right path and did the right thing, but all he got was regrets. Disappointments. Now he walks on the path of regrets. Um, I don't know if the current Gustang walks on the path of regrets. I know. I think perversity, which is Michael, does that. I don't know if the how what where Gustang stands will be answered once we get introduced to whatever Proust is. That'll give us where he stands. Um, you guys aren't ready with Proust releases that dog in him. Right, like, literally, Proust is one of the people who is completely slept on right now in this battlefield. Um, but plays a major role. So I expect to see him pop out. I expect to, like Proust might actually fight one of these people. I expect him to pop out. Um, so all right, moving on. Oh yeah, thank you, Rand and Ichigo with the reply. Zenu. Oh God, we starting off early with a Zenu comment. Oh my lord, paragraphs, paragraphs. Ah, ah. All right, Lord Commander of Speech, what you got for me? 2 to 3 years ago, in the timeline, Gustang recovered the bracelet, which is the key to open the dump. Zahar and the Tim family had sealed them inside. Blue spoke as though she's not used to fighting those from outside. Agreed. And Ratna says she was born and raised in the dump. Considering Gustang needed a key to open this place and all the dumpster babies. Zeno, you are out of pocket for that. Dumpster babies are in. That's insane. That is an insane. Oh shit. Our all unknown leads me to believe that they've never left the dump. They've never climbed the tower. They're not even regulars. Correct. Correct. Um but but if they've been out here for a while, right? Why wouldn't they be regulars? You don't. Here's a question I have. They're obviously using Shinsu. If they've been out here for a while, you don't think they could have became regulars? I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at it like they when I was initially reading it, I was looking at it like they just came out of the dump or something like that. I don't know why I had that thought, but that doesn't make any sense. Like you said, for 2 to 3 years, they've been out. They've been out here for a while. So in that time period, you don't think that could have happened, but or at least made a contract. I don't know. Maybe due to their unique nature, they can bypass the tiles rules, and that's how they're able to be on the 44th floor without climbing. I would assume that has more to do with Gustang and maybe both Pope beat out connections. Um, that's what I would assume because, like, just if we're assuming that Gustang let them out, then Gustang has had Gustang is if Gustang let them out, it stands to reason to believe that Gustang is the master of information. Like he is the master of information. Gustang is the FBI of the tower. So he would give them everything they would need to know to run around this motherfucker, especially untouched. The RLD is such a hellhole that it created warriors strong enough to take on high rankers. Agreed. There is a precedent for them being able to use Shinsu like this from blog post lore. Baek Ryun was able to use Shinsu before becoming a regular without forming a contract with the administrator. That has to be explained because there's a little bit of inconsistency there, and I know people have mentioned that before, but we need to know what the details are behind that. Like because there's Tower of God does have a specific power system, and people being able to do shit outside of like rules that are not our regulars is just fucking weird. Like I understand the spell aspect, like what Kill mentioned, but these people I don't think are using spells. So what is their source? Now, this led me down the idea of maybe Baek Ryun is from the RLD, and that's why he's having Urek take care of them because he understands their nature. That's a good assumption, I think, Zenu. I just don't. I see the line of thinking. It's just that I I I would say it's like it's right. It's 50-50. You know, it's just a guess, right? I also think it would be interesting if Baek was as a hard clone. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That I don't know how I feel about. I can't answer that. Speaking of clones, the Zahara clones want to rule and be kings just like Wingnam. It's in his nature too. Yep. This must be a core trait desire Zahara has that even parts of himself he threw in the trash want to be king. Yeah, I think we talked about this a long time ago. When it comes to Genesis boss Karaka and Wingnam, I think they were able to leave the RLD because they are ring bearers. I can get behind that. There's only three rings, and we know at least four Zahara clones are in counting. I think they're warring over those rings. I like that. I like that. Warring over the rings to see who can get outside. I like that. And we know at least four Zahara clones and counting. I think they're warring over those burned down. Wait. I think. Well, I'm sorry. We know Wingnam's nanny ran away from RLD when he was a baby and told him it burned down. When we know it is a lie because Wingnam is extremely old and the Revs left the dump 2 years ago when Gusting unlocked it. So Wingnam's nanny lied to him, perhaps to make sure he never seeks out the RLD. I believe that. Rand, what's up, Rand? I read your comment like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I read your comment already, but I hope Let's like makes a move on one family head on both of them. I would hate if the family fight ends inclusive. It probably will. Nameless. I really think it will. Don't be surprised if it does. Um, but where are we at? It also seems like Belier has existed out, out of the red dump for some time, depending on the flashback took place. Belier's connection to the RLD is probably one of the most significant things. It is probably one of the most significant things. I've been live for like almost 40 minutes now, Rand. Um, I need to know what his significance is and his connection. I really do. Um, we know Belier is a ranker from his introduction in chapter 548, but that could be a lie. Belier isn't strong at all. In chapter 614, he said he doesn't know the people he teamed up with, so he might not be a reliable source of information about the RLD. I agree. Maybe very few dumpster babies escape who aren't ring bearers like Belier, and potentially Bear for Yun is my theory is correct. Yeah, yeah, we got it. I think and I talked about it on the last stream. Belier's connection is very important, and we need to know about it. Darwin's character is misunderstood, but I kind of understood why people don't like her. I think she is misunderstood, but I don't understand why they don't like her. I actually think Steve didn't do the best job handling her character after the first defensive wall of the nest completely sidelined her. Well, she did kind of become a bomb stand, and if you don't like bomb stands, I get it. I don't think she's dead, but maybe CU should commit to killing her and Doom to add stakes. No, it's kind of half. I think it's half baked to just kill her off like that. To be honest, Like I thought she would have more significance later on, especially given her power set um and her connection to Cha. I just they're supporters of they're like high rankers who support Bomb, which is just I thought they would be key figures in the Bomb faction. So her like she's fighting with like the Lobo Pia family, but like a for a but like kind of I like these are like kind of in like a warrior way. I looked at her and Cha as like kind of retainers type shit. Like, oh, these are my old heads. These are my retainers who are kind of looking out for me. And for one of his retainers to get smoked like this, it kind of like rubs me the wrong way. Only because I wanted there to be more of a connection or more of a relationship with Bomb before she got smoked. Like I wanted Cha and her to like be like Bomb's like a part of Bomb's like entourage. Like I thought that we were kind of in a place where we were building an entourage for Bomb. So that's why I'm so confused why people are cheering her death a little bit because her and Cha have been very supportive of the main character who needs like retainers of that level of strength. So when people are like, "Yeah, she's dead," like, well, what the fuck? Like that, like she's a key figure in the bomb camp. Like, I'm sorry, in terms of power, like Coon and Rack ain't gonna get it done right now. So I get it, but if we understand the story structure and how things have progressed since we got introduced to her, there hasn't been time to slow down to really mend the relation or build a relationship with her and Cha with Bomb really. So that's what I wanted, and I would think something like that would happen after this arc. But if she gets cooked, then that's kind of ass to me because we never got to really see it. So that's why I have kind of a little bit of a gripe with people wanting her to be smoked when she hasn't necessarily been a figure the way she's kind of I thought she would be to Bomb. Um, and the same thing, but Cha is obviously still here, and Cha is like obviously pretty. I would think stronger than her, so he's that. But again, I like the idea of Bomb having a bunch of adults above him that support him the way that I looked at them the same way I looked at Jin Song, like these old heads out here supporting me type shit. Um, Blue really wait a minute, so let's keep going. I don't think she's dead, but maybe Siu could commit to her killing and Doom and that's okay. Rest in peace, Pokoko. Pokoko got smoked. Talk about the science behind shit, bro. Like that, yo, for a high ranker family branch head to get smoked by a beam is just he's all defense. That's my whole thing. It'd be different if he was just like a ran shit that just got smoked. Bro is all defense. He's a fucking turtle, okay? That's his whole thing. He was blocking off like the beam that was getting shot. Like he got like by the Pobito like mothership. He was blocking off that beam. He got completely decimated by this one. That is a fucking flex. I'm it's like that. Like I don't know if people. That's a flex. Like to have something that can literally wipe out high rankers. A beam that can wipe out high rankers is insane. That's really tough shit. Um, but Blue really impressed me. Even after Yama finally achieved his complete transformation, he was able to fully injure her, and she was ready to continue fighting. That whole exchange was really, really good. Um, I thought that like Yama destroying like the beam ship that destroying Prowse's barrier was a good like sign of how strong Yama is, and that was Yama before transformation. She's not necessarily boxing too crazy with Yama. Like since the transformation, he's pretty much handling her without much problem. But she is tanking attacks, and Yama did need to transform to get busy with her. So that speaks volumes of her strength. And if her and the Spark plug, Jade, if they seem like they were confident that they could take Yama if they fight together, which is fucking scary. Okay, because then like them together, I would put them like well, it depends on how you scale Yama here, but I don't know. Um, I like Darwin and Cha. So do I. That's why I never understood why people um did like them. They are literally bomb supporters. So like laughing at them is like not supporting bomb. I think me and you, Mark, are the only ones who like Darwin. Probably Ran. That's what it seemed like. Where did Lust like disappear to? Urek arrived before him. Did he go out with the boys? Um, that's a good question. Don't know. He may be arriving soon. I think so. He could have got if he teleported. He could have got or I don't know. Don't necessarily get to see where they went off to. Um, Darwin going down like this was insane. Yeah, it was. I wonder how much damage it would do to a family head. I don't think so. I don't think it. I think that it wouldn't do anything to them. But still, like if that shit got shot at Robodon, I think Robodon may take a bit of damage if it shot him. Which beforehand, I don't know if I would have believed that. You sure Gusting is losing limbs very easily? But losing limbs, I think Dustin can just rewrite his limb onto his shoulder. Like I don't think it was a big loss. Um, but anyway, just continuing. I think Blue is between Squadron Commander level and Region level. I would. That's a good assumption. Which is how strong I think Leviathan's transformation bomb is. I don't know. Only because of what Bomb said at the end of the fight that Dumas outclasses him. I just don't know if I believe that. It's crazy that underlings like Blue and Jade are this strong. I'd say Transform Yama is low region level. Ratna Gra, I don't know if I believe that. But Ratna Gra and Armstrong should be at least region level, but could scale between Dumas and Leslie. I think they have to be above that. I think they absolutely have to be above that. I think they need to be less like. They have to be less like. I truly believe new family heads need to be less like level. That's the only way it makes sense to me. If not, if not stronger than Lobanon and Proust, like so yeah, at like yeah, stronger than Lobanon and Proust. Um, maybe if and maybe not less like level, but I would have to assume it's less like level, bro. Like I would really have to assume less like level. That's where I would want them to be at. And like I said, the fight between if Urek and the boss have an exchange, it'll tell us. It'll definitely tell us. The Ranagon, blah, we'll see. In regards to Ragnar, I think she's a high urine clone. I like that, and I can see where you see it at. Like she looks exactly like a part in a part of the hot family. Perhaps she's Urine's dominatrix. Sigh that she discarded. That's actually nasty work. Kieran, bros are in shambles. Kieran supporters are should Kieran stock holders. So for those who kept their stocks in Kieran when I told you to pull out of those months ago, if you like, you're broke now. Okay, you're broke. This is what you get. Okay, you got killed. Your stock price dropped. You are broke now. Especially if he gets packed up by what people are calling. I know they're calling the astronaut Armstrong by as a nickname. Robodon having to face Armstrong and Kieran at the same time will be problem, mainly the astronaut. I can see Robodon dying here, which could add to Bomb's resentment to wake V up and promise Shalile and Lalal that he'll protect their family. I don't think Robodon dies. I think Robodon takes a lot of damage, though. I don't think he dies. I think he absolutely takes a lot of damage, though. I really like Robodon, but him dying would be better storytelling choice and solidify the threat of these new family hits. I agree with that. I just we have like Robodon's strength has been so exaggerated, and he's outclassed Kieran every time we saw him fight. I just don't think he gets packed up like that. Um, I don't think he dies. I think he takes like near death damage though. The twins are Robodon ships, so I can see new families pulling up to capture them since they'll most likely know that Bomb is engaged to allow and can use them to lure Bomb. I don't like that. I hope they don't do that. That was what Kieran planned when he invaded the Pobito station. I think that's what Kieran had to do though, but I don't think so. Where did Les like run? I think y'all are underestimating how powerful they are. I think we are too. These people did research and came ready to throw hands. I'm in agreement with you. Where are we at? Okay. The Robot also captured Purpose, so she may be play a role. Okay. It's Manzino or Mazino time. Okay. Uh, let's fucking go. We waited 41 weeks for Urek to show up here, and man, it was glorious. Yo, I'm telling you, I when I saw Urek pop up, I thought of that popular My Hero Academia song. Um, Let me see if I can pull it up. I don't want to get copywritten, but I can play the first couple seconds of the shit, right? Um, I think it's You Can Be a Hero. I think it's this joint. Nope, that's not it. I thought that was it. Maybe it's not. What's that My Hero song where it get like when somebody shows up and shit? Yes, this. That's immediately what played in my head. I don't know. I don't even know if y'all can hear that. If y'all can, y'all should be able to hear that. Um, that's immediately what played in my head when I saw Urek show up. I said, "Oh, oh shit!" Like he came to shut shit, and the way he spoke, well, kind of went in line with the music too. It's just like, uh, y'all don't belong here. Let me show y'all. Let me send you trash. Let me send you dumpster babies back to where you belong. Like he spoke in that way. I'm like, ooh, like goosebumps. Like Urek talking that shit. And then the whole narrator thing where it's like, yeah, that's the presence of the strongest man. Like, yeah, bro. Like it was giving that all might energy. Like it was giving that all might top tier energy for real. So yeah, that shit was hype. To give a general overview of how I think this fight will go, the boss will fire the cannon at Urek, who will kick it away with ease. Since the boss is as a hard fragment, I wonder if he can use names of hard techniques like Cosmos or a variant of them. I think Urek will use a higher percentage of strength than he used against Luslag, maybe 50% max. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Luslag is stronger than the boss, but we know they didn't go all out. True. Um, don't the Urek versus Lusek felt like a warm of a fight, and his fight against the boss is the main fight. Ultimately, Urek can't lose, and the boss can't lose. Yo, what if Urek gets fucked up? How much pandemonium will we be in? Imagine if Urek takes damage, bro. We would be fucked. Shit would be fucked. I don't think there's a scenario where that happens, but imagine if Urek takes some real damage here. That would be some shit. Like that would really throw us for a fucking loop. Um, but anyway, um, CU has been setting up the boss for years, so having him lose on his first fight would just kill his hype. Their fight will be interrupted when Stromberry splits the space. I agree. To drag everyone into the sprout. Urek gets to have an impressive showcase. The boss gets to have an impressive showcase. We get an entertaining hype fight, which protects the status of these characters. Also, want to mention that I think Wingnam is on Urek's ship, Karaka is on Luslike's ship, and the boss is here. Now will be a great time to have the three brothers meet. Wingnam still needs to kill a person he's talking and requested, which is most likely Bomb V. Um, yeah, I agree. Also, Strom also can't Tron control Kieran at any time. Probably, since Kieran is an experiment. Um, Cha 100% makes Cha 100% makes sense. The first thing that came out, I want to help the Slayer candidate last character. Darwin, she's moving anti-war than a bomb supporter. That she hang out more with Karaka. But she's spoken so many times, Sleepy, about supporting Bomb and his endeavors. Yeah, she's kind of a pacifist in that way, but she's also spoken like in similar ways about supporting Bomb. So, Urek fans can't defend that. They can't. Urek loses, the community would be an uproar. If Urek loses, it would be pandemonium. It would be absolute pandemonium. Countless memes. That won't happen unless it's a family hit. I agree with you, Lordville. I'm just stirring the pot a little bit. Urek can't lose. If Urek loses or gets hurt in this fight, it jumps to another level. Uh, but I think it would be a mistake to not show. a flaw or some type of or something with Urek. Like something has to happen where Urek doesn't look the best. You cannot have these people make a showing and make them look like they're getting packed. Okay. Now, granted, Urek can't be there where they are 24/7, and Urek is the fourth, so you also can't make Urek look crazy. But it'd be a mistake to underestimate things the way they are now. I think we do need to be a little bit, just a little bit on edge, okay? Um, because it's not like the boss looked phased. He just looked over with his hand still like this, like, oh, it's this motherfucker. Like, so we'll see. I'd be eager to see like a weapon that puts shit like I'd be eager to see like a weapon that like the boss has that can like make him like match up with Urek's strength in a way. Not 100% Urek, right? But I'd be eager to see like since he has such like demonic and tough looking armor that he has a weapon to match that. This chapter was a yeah, I know you're joking. 10 out of 10. The art was incredible. I really liked the new characters. This chaos on the battlefield. Yama finally achieved complete transformation. Kira was exposed. I do think Yama's transformation was a little bit lackluster. I thought it would be a little bit better than what it was. It's cool for what it is. I don't think it's terrible, but for this to be the ultimate thing, I thought it would be a little bit better. That's all. Um, but like yeah, when you think about Yash Ratchet's transformation, he turned into like a completely different fucking thing. Yama just looks like the essence of like a dog, like the essence of a like pure dog. Yama versus Radna Gra and Robodon versus Armstrong will also be some hype fights. I really want to know what the new family heads are capable of. I think we should get a twin perspective since they're here. I think they'll be important to the future of the Lopia plot, especially if Robodon dies. Here's what I think the results of the fight will go. Urek versus the boss, inconclusive. Yama versus Gra. Yama victory with high difficulty. What? You think Yama is popping it is beating Gra? I don't think so. She sounded way too confident. I'm sorry. I do not think right. I think it'll be closer than we may think. But I think Gra's packing Yama up. I'm gonna be real with you. Yama's taking an L, and his stocks are going back down. But they're not going to go back down by that much. Like if Yama stocks are $20 right now, they only drop by like four. Like because Ratna Gra is supposed to be a family hit replacement, so losing to somebody like that isn't terrible. But if he gets stomped, oh, they're dropping by half. He better not get stomped. Um, but okay, that's an interesting take. And Robodon versus Armstrong and Frog Kieran Armstrong victory. I think so too. I think Robodon's gonna get fucked up. Maybe Hugo will get out of whatever bind Michael has her in, and they'll fight as well. Okay. If I had to scale Yama and Grat in this fight, I think it's a mid diff. I think she mid diffs him. I think she mid diffs him. I think there's five Zahara clones. Wingnam, Karaka, Genesis boss, the boss with the scar, who appear in the Battle of the Nest, and the boss who has muscles. Wait, what? Wingnam, Karaka, Genesis boss, the boss with the. I think you're mixing two of them up. I think Genesis boss and the boss of the muscles are the same person. The only fifth Zahar I would assume is the one that's still in the. I think there's one still in the dump. Um, but I don't think Karaka and Wingnam will appear in this war. I think Siu will introduce Wingnam in the main character of season 4. That'd be an interesting way to go about things. I don't hate that. But bro, okay, you don't think Big Reunion is a hard clone. Big Reunion can come from the Red Dump, or a member of the Red Dump comes from the Red Dump. So I think how knew about Revolution. A little bit confusing worded comment there, but Zenu says the boss from the nest and the one from the battlefield are the same person. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The both have the same scar. I think the one guy we saw in the Shadow Wingdom's flashback who recovered his nanny's body might be the other clone. I would love for Wingdom to be the main character for a while. But Ryun being a Zahara clone is just a fun idea. I think it's cool. I would just it'd just be weird for me to see Urek working with a Zahara clone. That's all. Um, yeah, the boss who from the nest. Yes, the boss from the nest and the boss from the battlefield both have scars, but this is who the battlefield has a buff body, and the boss who we saw in the nest doesn't have a buff body. So I think they're a different person. Yeah, I think you're confusing them, Gosh. I think you're confusing them. Um, but thank you, Zenu, for your comment per usual. Uh, I don't think it'll be close. It may not be. It may not be. Urek gets an L. Gus dies. Lusek rejoices in how I predict this arc. Okay, Urek gets an L is interesting. If a family head dies, who gets their soul first? Vincietti, White, Lusek. Ooh, to be honest, I can see like if Trom's still alive, Trom may try to consume like Gustang's soul, like given what we've seen. But that would make Trom Ray busted. So no, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. And who's to say you can even take an irregular soul? Who's to say you can even do that? Um, Lessa makes this most sense. He came here for a reason. Okay. Nameless is okay. That's a reply. All right. Yeah. Moving on from Zenu. Daniel. All right, Daniel. My second Lord of Speech here. We have both Lord of the Speeches back to back. So let's get to that. This chapter was truly captivating. I loved how Siu shifted the focus back to the battlefield, adding depth to the story. With the confirmation that there are multiple Zahars, including Karaka and Wingna, we now have a total of nine fragments of Zahard. Okay. This suggests that Zahar may have made a grave mistake attempting to solidify his reign as king. In his quest for trying to be the absolute king of the tower, he likely hardened his heart and removed certain aspects of himself to become the stronger ruler mentally. However, this may have weakened his resolve and allowing the demons within him to take over his consciousness, possibly the reason behind unspeakable actions. Actually, there are actually six versions of Zahard if you think about it. Because okay, I subscribe to the fact that because we forget about the Zahar on the throne, we forget about current Zahar. We do. Um, but if you're talking about clones, yeah. But there are six versions of Zahar that I would think about. Because I do think there's one that's left in the dump. I do think there's one in the dump still. And then you have the Genesis Nest, Karaka and Wingnam. But nine fragments? I am fucking lost. Um, okay. In the quest for trying to be the absolute king for the tower, he likely outright that. However, they may have weak. I read that too. Okay. This chapter also stirred up significant power scaling debates within the Tower of God community. It has. It absolutely has. It's clear why Steve doesn't bother assigning numbers to most high rankers. The tower is so vast and constantly evolving, with individuals growing stronger than various means, including external power, innate abilities, and technology. It's difficult to accurately gauge the strength of many high rankers. Especially their influence often plays a role in their top 100, if in the top 100. I agree. Yama's base form has been revealed to be much stronger than we thought, essentially the equivalent of three things. But when Yama's angry, he seems to be go full Mimikrai in his three fang form, making him a serious threat. Even though his current opponents are far from weak, and especially the Electric Woman, Ratnagra, she's certainly not just an ordinary soldier. It's likely she fought her way out of the trash can and earned her position through her sheer strength. I agree, and she doesn't seem scared. She doesn't seem scared despite what she saw her doing to her soldiers. Because Ratnagra has to have a great idea of how strong her soldiers are, right? And if Yama isn't necessarily stomping them, but he is throwing them around, she has to have a good idea of what she's seeing. Now, granted, it doesn't seem we've seen the complete strength of Yama, but she has to have an idea, right? The confirmation of the environment inside the trash can, where only the strong thrive, suggests that it's a place of chaos, with hierarchy where the strong enjoy all the benefits while the weak are left with nothing. In such endless war zone, things like um, we'll see, grapes, murder, and plunder are probably common occurrences. I would agree with you. Moving on to Robodon versus Kieran, there's a chance Kieran might be more talk than action. I think that's a fact. To be fair, he's fighting someone with equal social standing and family influence, but if the mysterious astronaut interferes in the fight, Kieran's reputation will plummet. I think Kieran gets packed. I already said it before, but I think Kieran gets packed. Um, Robot, on the other hand, may lose his last arm due to the astronaut's involvement. As far as losing an arm would be crazy. But then again, Kieran gives me the vibes where he could probably not Kieran. Robot gives me the vibes where he could probably make himself wooden arms. As for Darwin and Doom, I refuse to believe they'll die. Urek might heal them quickly. I don't know where you get the aspect of Urek healing them. I don't know where you get that from. There's never been anything suggested that Urek can heal somebody. Um, Now, granted, do I believe that people on the upper tiers have healing qualities that they probably have? I would believe that because we've seen Trom and Gustang heal somebody. So they obviously, it could be just a base level thing that they learn to do. But I don't know if Urek is amongst that. Now it's time for the boss to prove himself. He's aiming to become the new champion of the tower, and if he can't push Urek to at least 30% of his strength or more, he's better not even thinking about escaping. True. Or he'll face intense backlash from the Tower God community. Right now, Urek and the boss on Fire Watch, and whoever falters fumbles first, and is the consequence of the Tower God community. You know what I'm thinking, yo? So here's an interesting thing. We think that, so like Zenu said, some people think that the fight between Urek and the boss may end in inconclusive. How does that happen? Tell me how that happens. Because we already know Gustang did not want smoke with Urek. I don't care what Traumery has shown. I have no reason to believe that Traumery can really tussle with Urek. Okay, like I would assume that Urek is. If I'm judging what I truly think, I think 70% of Urek's strength is Gustang or Traumery level. So and that other 30% is like Zahar, like 100% right. Like he boxes with Zahar. Who is stopping Urek from killing the boss? Why? Like, give me a scenario where Urek doesn't kill the boss. Because what's stopping him from doing it? That's my question for everybody who thinks that this fight ends inconclusive. Who's gonna stop Urek Manzano? Who's gonna stop him? Who? Who's gonna stop him? The only person I can assume that would stop him would be Zahard himself, or possibly um Bayek, if Bayek called him back or something. But who's stopping Urek from killing him? Like seriously, Urek has been hunting this man, right? That has been his goal. He's made it clean and clear. That has been his goal. How does he not kill the boss here? How does he not? It doesn't matter if the new family heads jump in to assist. Who's stopping Urek from killing this man? Okay, there needs to be a scenario where something dramatic happens, where Urek does not kill this man, because that's what he came to do. That's what he came to do. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where this inconclusive or this fight ends in a draw happens. Even with Traumery and Gustang popping up, do they jump in Urek's fight? No. I have no reason to believe that they're gonna jump in the Urek's fight. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. They may see them, but nah. Like the boss may have to if the boss and that changes things, because if I see what you said there, Loki, if the boss has a backup plan where he escapes, then that makes them look bad. That's what Zenu was saying. If they end up running with their tail in between their legs, then that looks pretty bad for them. That gives them a pretty like a stinky calling. Like the memes will definitely be created. But I'm trying to say, Who and how does Urek get stopped here? Maybe somebody gets taken hostage, like what Zenu said. That could work. That could work. I could see that scenario happening. Robodon gets smoked. They infiltrate Robodon's ship. Robodon sees his granddaughter's about to get smoked, and Urek wants to save them. And in exchange, Urek has to let them go. I could see that, right? I could see a scenario like that. But or Bomb being held hostage, something of that level. But as far as somebody interrupting that fight, I want to change that narrative that people are running around. Nobody is stopping Urek from doing shit, bro. Nobody. Nobody. So yeah, that's the only scenario I got. If y'all got something else, let me know. But Urek is not being told that, hey Urek, stop fighting. Bitch, did y'all not feel the vibes? I'm Urek Mazano. Like I run shit. I don't think Urek is the type to kill people if he defeats them. Ha! Ha! I don't know about that. Urek may have to smoke him. Um, and that'll be a mistake if he does do that, Nameless, because that's underestimating these people. And it's the same thing that Dumas did. Like Dumas made the mistake of trying to spare Bomb, and then he had to get serious. Like you don't want to make that mistake. I think when it comes to a certain level of person, you need to go for the kill. But you might be right. Urek may not try to kill them. But I'm just saying I can't really see nobody trying to stop him. Wait, where do you get all these numbers from 6 to 9? Yeah, I don't know. Bo PR literally stated that 7 rulers plus Karaka going now. 7 rulers? Did he say 7 rulers? Hmm. Unless they have a device that contains Urek. That could be a thing, Loki. See, that's what I would like. That's what I want. So the technology that I've been impressed with that we've seen, if they have something that can occupy Urek's time for them to escape, I can accept that. Or some type of spell, because we do know that Urek is a little bit susceptible to spells. I can agree with that too. That could be a scenario, where I would okay. So that's what I wanted y'all to tell me, because it's just the idea of people saying that an interruption, like somebody come in and like stop the fight, bro. Ain't nobody doing that, bro. I'm sorry, ain't nobody telling Rek to stop fighting. It's not happening. Um, Now it's time for the boss to prove himself. He's aiming to become Red Dead. Either way, this chapter has sparked a lot of debates about power scaling based on strength alone. I agree. Here's my assessment of where certain characters might stand in terms of power, still around the 200s or below. Yama might be on the Dumas level or barely. I want to believe that Yama is Dumas level right now, fully transfer on. That's what I would want to believe. Ratnagra might be on the Dumas level or barely. I would assume that she's stronger. Jake the socket one, Jade, not Jake. Likely not on Dumas level. No, I wouldn't say. Top 100 or below the boss. He must be on. He must be above Dumas. Yes, the boss has to be less like. He has to be less like. Top four. Close to him. Might be on Dumas level. Robodon. Okay. I would put Robodon more a Solar Proust though. Personally, I would put him more Solar Proust. Um, Kieran might be on the Dumas level or not. No. Extra information possible. Bo P. Belier says 7 rulers to be claiming to be so hard. Did he? Okay, hold on. Before I continue with your comment, let me go back to the translations because I don't remember seeing 7 rulers. If I hope it's not an Arvin scans thing. It doesn't make sense. There is a huge page of the race, and there are people. And because there are no pocket users all land, there is no company. And you will know these are more made than used by those rulers is also not so hard. That means the king. So it was said that there was no. That's not what it says, Daniel. It says several, buddy. Several rulers claiming to be so hard. Not 7. Several. Just a misread, pal. Just a misread, pal. Um, yeah, because I was like sevens, the hard clones is insane. Um, nine, you were saying is insane too. Possibly how can they make contracts to use Shinsu? Possibly how they can make contracts to use Shinsu. Ritual make contract Ritual make contract to use Shinsu. They have sorcerer guides, so it makes it possible for them to use contract with admin. Okay, I like that idea. Two, robot made similar pockets to make contract with Shinsu. Okay, ancestors genetically passed it down for their children. I don't like that. I've seen that one too. I've seen someone say that before. Stole a pocket and give it to the next person who wants to make an admin contract to give it access to Shinsu. Okay, they have to speak to others or use it for a money transaction. Okay. Finally, rest in peace to Lobo Pia Pococo. He was an innocent guy who didn't ask for the smoke, but the smoke shows him. That's crazy. For those wondering, all the people who think the Lobo Pia Pococo tanked the large beam of Shinwan Ryu are wrong. He probably tanked a large amount of Shinsu beam attack. The beastkin that died there wasn't from Yama species, they canines, just so you know. Okay. Okay, and then we have replies here. If Urek is a pure fighter, not a healer, it's not gonna heal Darwin and Doom for me. They're dead here and are fuel for Yama and Cha to go against the revolution. I could see that. I could agree with that. How can you say that as someone who is talented in manipulating Shinsu, especially doing reinforcement, he should have exceptional healing capabilities? I can see that, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Yama is not on Dumas level, no way. I think he has to be honest. Um, Shishinsu do not mean all of them can use healing, bro. There's more healing comments. Urek is superior to all the family heads we know. There are at least two of them who are superior to Gusting and Traumery. Not counting Zara, no one in this war is close to Urek level as we know. Not even Traumery or Gusting. I don't know if I believe that though. I still would believe that 70% of Urek, like if Leslie can push Urek to what would he push him to 30, 35. I would have to believe like a family head can do at least 70. Like I would have to believe that. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you, Daniel. Per usual. What y'all talking about here? Number three. Number three, you don't have to like it, but it's canon. It was mentioned before. Lore didn't need a contract. He has a because it passed down from the family head. Same with Coon and all kids from. Right. I can. My only problem with that is it's just you still need to be in the tower to use Shinsu, and these space and I would assume you still have to make a contract. Like there's no reason for me to like. Did it specifically say they didn't need to make a contract? Um, because if that's the case, then that's different. But in these spaces, this space that's complete that's outside the tower's laws, which we know for a fact it's outside the tower's laws. It's hard for me to believe that. Um, oh boy, we got more. We got more. Okay. When Pobi Valerie said, without pockets, they use their own cultures and languages, constantly engaging in conflict and slaughter. This is one of the main reasons why people have gotten stronger without climbing the tower. In Japanese culture, Kodoko refers to an ancient source where multiple insects are placed in a jar to fight. Only one survives. The surviving insect fluids are used to curse someone, either controlling, harming, or killing them. You and these seven heart fragments. This kind of invalidates this. So I'm However, the owner must regularly feed it. Failure to do so anger insect. If owner does not repay the insect with their riches plus interest in gold and silver, the insect may kill them. The term Kadoko also refers to the spirit associated with the magic. Okay, I'm not sure where you were really going with that, but fighting factors people need to consider. People are just want to see feats in overwhelming strength to power scale someone. Darwin losing in that fight wasn't by accident. it more painful if you are aware, and I understand that electric woman abilities, the more she charges up, the stronger the Shinsu tension attack will be. Probably. Yeah, you're mostly right about that. These are key factors in fights. I'm not gonna read that part of it. I don't think I need to. All right, don't read fight. Yeah, I wasn't gonna read that, Daniel. Yeah, I didn't think I need to. I can't stop smiling every time Urek shows up on the screen. There's only one man who can clean up this mess, and it's Urek. I agree. Um, yeah, Urek showing out. All right, we got gosh. I think when the boss versus Urek will, I think when the boss versus Urek will happen, then Lustek would show up. And Urek had fought both Lustek and boss, so Urek would have to use 55 to say. You think they gonna jump Urek? I don't know if I can see that, but and Tramori cut the space so Urek, the boss, and Lustek all have to get involved in this and Gustang Tramori fight. Then this fight would be complete chaos. I don't think that they would get involved. I don't think so. I truly, I don't. First of all, I think the way Les talked like he came to observe, not necessarily to kill. He boxed with Urek, but obviously they were just tapping each other, right? Pause. But that's what they were doing. I don't see people of this level jumping other people. I just don't. Um, it'd be different if they were like in the same factions, but I don't know if like the enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit works here. Especially the jump Urek. Like Lusleg's beef is not with Urek. So I don't see why Lusleg would even get involved with the boss. Um Now do you guys think it if the revolution Urek and no, do you guys think the revolution of Urek making less trauma and gusting everyone is getting involved in the war? So was a horror any other? No other family heads. Maybe you're and nobody else. I think Lusek would go straight to the hall area. Here, okay, this I can get behind. Ichiwa, I can get behind this. I would assume the same thing. He's there for the fall of the family head. Exactly what it is. It's literally exactly what I just said. I don't think he's there for the war. He's there to see somebody die because the way the stakes are played out between Trom and Gustang is that one of them is supposed to die. So that's what he came for. He didn't necessarily come to box. Um, Not some third party. Like he didn't come with his whole army. He came with just him and a few key people. Um, I also doubt he just joined up with Boss after. Yeah. So me and Ichigo are basically saying the same thing here. Lustig might fight Urek if Urek finishes up there and it interferes with the death of a family head. True, that's where Lustig might get in. If it's between Gustang and Urek and Gustang and um Trom, that's where he might get involved. But as far as the boss stuff goes, he has no reason to put himself in harm's way for the revolutionaries. Um Bro, did you get last second Urek happened because Urek wanted to kill three party revolution and the boss wants to destroy the 10 great family heads. And Urek wants to kill the boss and stop Traumery and Gusting from killing each other. So Urek will get involved in Traumery. No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Urek has never mentioned about getting involved in the war, fam. He's never said anything about that. Urek said he's here to snipe the person who's stirring up the war, the people who've been stirring up the war, which is the revolutionaries. So I don't think he gets directly involved with two family heads. I just don't. I just don't. Lusak's ultimate goal is to destroy 10 great families. So the reason he established Fug and forced Bomb to join Fug, the revolution has attacked Doom and Dawan, but I don't think Lusek will care about that because the boss also wants to destroy 10 great families. Right, I agree with that part of it, but I don't think I still don't think that has anything to do with less like trying to join sides with the revolution. I think Zahar will stay out of it completely. Yeah, yeah. I've that point has been clear for a long time. So, even if they jump Urek, I can't see him using close to his full power. I agree, Mercury. Urek's faction leader is there, right? Am I? No, I don't think Bayek is there. The real question is, do administrators exist in that place? Would they know about the place if it was truly lawless? That's a good question, Sleepy. Um, yeah, that's a good question. And like that's what I was saying. Like maybe there are admin level beings that were dumped inside that dump too. That would be kind of crazy. Um, but they could possibly grant the use of Shinsu. So, all right, moving on. Go Gosh again. I dislike Cha. He's just a crybaby now. How? Dowling got smoked. We know that he's for Dowling. Like what? Bro, he never fights powerful opponents like Caliban, Dumas, Proust, and Lobo Pia Branches. Even Kuhn and Rack also fall Duma. Cha's complete disappointment, bro. You being hard on my boy. You being completely hard on Cha. Um, Imagine thinking high rankers aren't powerful opponents anymore because that's literally who he's been fighting. Facts. He's fought and effectively one shot all the high rankers he did one he once he got serious he did one shot motherfuckers. I'm sure I was able to fight like he, I also want him to fight like likes of Dumas Calavan, one of the new family heads, but see you just showing it to us, which sucks. I agree. This is a good take. Darwin is a bigger disappointment. I would agree with this too, but I hope she's not dead. Um, they're probably gonna bribe Urek into believing that there's a way out of the tower. Ooh. I don't think Urek. I think Urek is too simple minded to believe something like that. But I like that funny. I really like that. I like that a lot. There. So in exchange, I can tell you a secret on how to get out of this tower. That's good. That's good. Because they gotta have a contingency plan for Urek, right? Like, because while the it makes sense that they would have something. The revolutionaries are here to kill the family heads. No question asked about it. Urek and his faction are a third faction, but they have to have some kind of contingency plan for them, right? That makes sense. Ooh, I like that funny. Good take. Um, Cha is helping Bomb out of his own will. He doesn't even have to be there right now. True. Um, Cam says, I think people from the trash dump underestimated the power of high rankers of the tower. You think they underestimated them? I don't know. I will say that I agree though. I agree more along the lines with I agree with what the boss said because the boss did say in particular he said they were weak as shit. He did call the people in the Lobo P and Pobia family weak. However, he does say that his army took advantage of chaos. They took advantage of moments, which matters. So if it was a straight 1v1s, like it may have been different. Um I don't know if they underestimated them though. I don't know if I agree with that, Cam, but thanks for the comment. Oh gosh again. Gosh be dropping like 5 comments a video. I think astronaut guy is strong as Robodon. That would be good. I would go for that. Because he interrupted Robodon and Kieran's fight and said to Robodon, "We are capable. We're going to replace the 10 family heads." Astronaut guy has a weird design. The characters who have weird design in TOG always turn out to be very strong. I can agree with that too. I think astronaut guy has the same armor as Karaka and Dumas. Okay, I can see where you're headed with that. It's a vessel. Okay, I can get behind that. I didn't think about the suit being like Karaka armor. Yeah, no, I can get behind it being a vessel. I think the vessel thing shouldn't be overplayed though. I think that shouldn't be a thing that's used too many times. But I can see where you would think that. Would Urek give up Big's plans for personal gain? I think so. That's their whole goal, Rand. I think he would. I think he might. That'll be an interesting development for Urek's character. So that's a good question though. Doom went out sad. Laughed my ass off. This is Electric City. I remember when he was being hyped as a scary dude who was going to awaken soon just to die. Yeah, I think a lot of us assumed a long time ago that Doom would die this arc. I remember we had to talk about this. So, um, and it's Kill. Okay, Kill says Yama is Proust and Lobadan level in base. I would agree with you because of what we saw. I would agree with this. Um, I said at the very least you have to give Yama Dumas level. I think you have to. I think you absolutely have to, especially when we saw him punch. the barrier that was Prouse's. I think you have to. If he's transformed and he's strong, I think you have to. He broke the lighthouse barrier in one blow. Exactly. You have to give him that. To say he's not Dumas level, I think is extremely undervaluing him. Something Lobanon could do not do with a killer move. So the Lightning Girl is probs at level 2, which is insane. That's insane. Or just below Darwin or just below. Darwin is not just a high ranker, she is a war veteran and leader in Hidden Grove. True. She got one shotted by a single bolt. True. Yama took four. All true. Kill is speaking facts right now, okay? If we're scaling shit, this is all true. Transformed and couldn't kill her. Also true. Plus, my comment from last week's making more sense. If Lusek tapped into the power of the incomplete power of the tower and thinks it went all he could kill, and if he went all out, he could kill Urek. Then people that are born and there live there are all their lives fighting and killing each other must also be hexed. I could get behind that. Also, all these people are technically regulars, by the way. Yeah, I think so. They have never climbed the tower, so maybe the next coming arcs, these revs will start climbing and break the tower system, and that Jahad created. That would be fire. I would absolutely fucking go for that. Boss going around regular zones and killing everybody. But that would cause the administrators the revolt though if they go on the regular zones killing regulars though. That's a caveat to that. Also, Haite couldn't burn the wood of Lobadan. Kieran was able to hold him off inside of it. Astro Boy cut through it. I thought that shit was so clean. The way he cut through Robodan's wood was such a flex. I thought that was such a flex. Don't forget, Lobadan was hesitant in fighting five high rankers. If he could one shot Doom like Astro Boy, I don't see the scene being relevant. Okay, so yeah, the version of Lobadan should be a pack unless he has a mode. These are very good assessments for kill in this comment. 10 out of 10 chapter for me. Urek ultimately, the shit you guys complained about ended up being the setup for the arc. I'm not sure what he means by the shit we complained about. But we not even at the climax yet. I'm waiting for the Lustek real MVP. Okay, I don't like I said I don't think Lustek gets involved in the fight, but I agree with everything else. I like Doom a lot. He was the best Baylor by far for sure. Pity he had to go. I would have preferred if it, yeah, I think he went out kind of whack. I don't think Darwin and Doom are going down like this. I don't think Darwin is Doom might be dead. I mean, they already hinted that Yama has an ancient beast in him, so that's nowhere near his final form. True, funny. We forget that. We do forget that. Also, imagine if they locked away rice pots in the red light district. Ooh, damn, funny got some shit. I like your comments, funny. You got some shit behind you. Okay, Kill got two comments here. Maybe it's just my shit, but okay. Thanks, Kill. Prouse is the original second in command of the Poe beat out family, like Kieran to the Lobopia. The one step in the absence of Gusting, while Dumas is ranked third, but the strongest in their family. Right, I told you, like I said, people cannot sleep on Proust. You cannot sleep on Proust, bro. I know, like, Dumas has shown so much and he's dominated bomb and shit, but Proust is the second strongest, okay? Proust is stepping out of his shit. I'm very eager to see what he can do, okay? So, I'm right there. Can't wait for the stream. Thanks, Solomon. Gosh, again. I think only Wingnam has Jihad's immortality. Other clones of Jihad, I mean, Karak and the boss don't have Jihad's immortality. Okay. I mean, I I would disagree with you, but okay. I hear someone say that maybe Wingnam was the perfect Jihad clone while the others were imperfect. That's what I said. Yeah, that. Um, I think Wingnam is the original Jihad, and I have already made a theory about it. Okay. Emisk. Emisk goes. Yeah, this chapter is peak. Man, it's see you on drugs. Agreed. Agreed. Uh, being looking for a Tower God community outside of Doctor Bone. This guy has 5.12K subscribers. Join the Discord, fam. Wonder who this guy is. Enrique Salvador. Has more subscribers than me. But been looking for a Tower God community. Hey, join up, bro. I mean, I've been curious about Pearl since we saw him at the end of season two. The only reason he's entering the war is if they stop the family heads from dying. So if he can get out of the tower, Indian college information is the boss. But um, I'm pretty sure he knows how to. I would agree. I would say they know something. Something especially with those cracks. Loki. Loki says, I mean, I know no one wants to hear this, but I think these new guys are slightly below family head level, which for regulars is an absolute insane level of power. Okay, I'm not mad at your take. I think these newcomers are failed or successful experiments to replicate the 10 family powers. For instance, I believe the blue haired girl is a failed experiment to mix coon abilities with another family. My issue with comments like this is because of what Ratna Grass says. Ratna Grass says that she was born and raised. So there are people who have been made by other people in there through, like, not, it doesn't sound like experimentation, through her parents. So we need to know, we need to know how time flows within the red dump. We really do need to understand how time flows because that matters. But Gra, who wants to take over as a new family head, if she was born and raised there, that doesn't really have anything to do with experiments or dumped family members. They would have to be the children of those people. But I'm thinking that time and has passed in there, and that these are just different people of different times. Like I could like here's what makes sense to me logically, right? A bunch of different faction or family members that maybe have been dumped from the Coon family, from the Eurasia family, from whoever have been dumped into this dump. Those people in those first generations could not get it together, okay? They've been warring and fighting constantly because maybe they have pride or ego from coming from the family heads, okay? Ratna Gra sounds like she comes from a different generation because she was born and raised in there. She wasn't dumped in there. She was born and raised. So maybe the children of these people have more in common because they were born and raised in this place and they were able to come together the way they are now. They were able to come together to form what they are now, which is this new family head structure. I'm more willing to believe that than a bunch of experiments or different people from shit have been dumped into this place. I imagine though that the practices and the powers learned from these people who were dumped have been passed along. Obviously, with Belier says is that they've been developing technologies. So you can assume also they're developing sorcery, they're developing their strength, they're developing things that they had. Um, it's kind of like a hub type shit. So in order to get to where they are now, that shit makes a lot of sense to me. So yeah, the children. Also good theory. I like it. Thank you, thank you. Um, just thinking from a logical standpoint, what would make sense, you know? To me, for instance, I believe blah, blah, I read that. Okay, I think the next chapter, Lustek is about to appear either where Urek is or where Gusting and Trom are. Okay. Everybody wants Less Like to show up. That's been like everybody's comment. Like everybody wants Less Like to show up. Damn, Less Like got the hype of the people, bro. Less Like got the hype of the people. I love it. The astronaut is giving me irregular vibes, but we'll see. I think so too. The astronaut is just such a weird costume. And I also said this in my comment in the Discord. I said that there is hidden irregular vibes in here, bro. Like the hidden irregular agenda that was talked about in blog posts is absolutely an agenda. It could be retconned, but it's an agenda. Okay, hidden irregulars could have absolutely been dumped in there. Okay, and they could have had kids. Gra could be the kids of some hidden irregular. She could be the kids of a hidden irregular, like the child of some. She could be the child of some great warriors family member that got dumped and in a hidden irregular. Like, bro, there are so many ways we can go about this that we can assume, but I absolutely love the hidden irregular agenda. I always have. Um, these people being that would absolutely make them family head level. That definitely crosses them there. So, um, but um, and you know what? And you know what? Here's a thing to also put into perspective that I just thought about. I just thought about this. What do you guys think about this? So we know that the Great Warriors are their own little faction. They climb the tower themselves. This is also subscribing to the hidden irregular agenda. So that's a, look, I think the hidden irregular refers to Arlen and V given the pulse. But Zeno, but we do know that who is it? Is it Yi Rang or who whoever from the I forget what family. I think it's Yi Rang, but the supposed family member from the other family who was having babies for their family head, was it Yi Rang? I think it may have been Yi Rang who didn't have kids, but their sibling had kids. I forget what family that is. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's her family, but we know that like it was mentioned in the blog post that there was a family where the family had never had kids, but their family member had kids for them. So that's a hidden irregular. So you threw me off a little bit. So um, bu- 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 if Ilare is even canon. Well, yeah, but I okay. I'll say I'm putting more stock into blog posts now than I have before, only because like the blossom thing was a blog post. The blossom destroying the floor thing was a blog post thing, and that just got proven to be a true thing that happened. So I think we've been reaffirmed in a couple things this season about blog posts. So something as important as that, I'm willing to believe is true more than I have been in the past. But I forgot where I was going with it. I was about to cook with something interesting, and then I completely forgot. Oh, here. This is what I was saying before I got distracted. So we know that the Great Warriors were their own faction, right? They were their own thing. What if, what if we're thinking about the hidden, this is so the hidden irregular agenda. There are other irregulars that exist outside of the Great Warriors. What if the thing that separated the Great Warriors from the rest of the hidden irregulars that possibly exist is the fact that they went through revolution? What if the revolution is the only difference? So these are hidden irregulars who exist and climb the tower, but they never came across the rice pot. They never went through revolution. That would make them below the family heads, and you can see why the Great Warriors would take a step ahead. But if these people got sealed because the threat of them possibly going through revolution and reaching their level of strength, I could get behind something like that. Like that would I would go for that. It's just a theory I'm throwing out there if you subscribe to the hidden irregular agenda. But if you believe that there were other hidden irregulars that hung around and that they never went through revolution, so they never went through that level of power, then you can assume that Urek never went through revolution. True, and Urek is an oddball, so I don't really have I really can't say anything to that Zenu. But because Urek is a one of one in the tower, so he never went through revolution. So I'm just throwing it out there though for the people that entered during the time of the Great Warriors. You know, Urek entered differently, so there could be different circumstances to why Urek is the way he is. But for the people that entered during that time, I could see Zahard like absolutely being nervous about people finding what they found with the rice pot because didn't they hide the rice pot and shit too? What would be the need to hide something like that if you weren't fearful of other people discovering it? So that's where I'm kind of throwing that out. Um, yeah, but yeah, you guys see where I was going with that. So anyway, just continuing with Loki's comment. Um, the beams make sense if you remember that the first attack they first tried to attack Traumary with the ships, he was like, "Where did you get those ships?" And those ships were fast enough to get away from Traum, and gave the guys enough confidence to try to attack him. The astronauts giving up. Oh, okay, okay, I see what you're saying. I think Kieran will be betrayed by the revolutionaries. Yes, I think Kieran is getting smoked by the astronaut. I'm with you there. And if he doesn't die here, chapter was 8.5 out of 10. Can't wait to see Urek does, but I can see you doing POV switch to bomb. Yeah, I agree. Urek greater than V. V needed 10 minutes. Urek versus already gonna start. Urek is truly different. Urek not like just you reminding that Urek didn't go through revolution is just nuts. It's just nuts. Um, but it also can be different times, different circumstances for Urek. Like I would want to know what the difference is between who Urek was. Is it just like his innate talent? Um, did he come in at like a base level, like when he entered the tower, like trained out on the outside, then trained in the inside? Like could it be something like that? I don't. We don't know. But obviously he's truly like a 101, right? Where can I read the newest chapters? I told this guy. Sleepy. All right, Sleepy's the last one, so let's finish up with Sleepy. The other translations did I? Okay, Scribble said it in the place of them. Jihad means king or ruler. It sounds like it's nothing to do with clones, or more like whoever the strongest amongst them, giving them known as Jihad like a title. I see what you're saying, and I see what you're saying, and I can see why you would say that. Like anybody who is a king or a strong could get the get called as a hard. I get that, but I truly think these Zahards were the ones that he was speaking of. I think they were the ones that were taking over. The Zahar clones were the ones trying to rule shit. But I see what you mean. Because I thought that myself too. Well, not all animals are from Lobopia. They just have a monopoly on it. I believe she's 100% um not mixing blood here. I am too curious about the fight. She's from the red trash can. More importantly, the red light district outfit reflected of that. Pretty sure Red Negra has a lot of practice taming uncomfortable beasts and people that was thrown away. Yo, what if Rat Negra can tame Leviathan and Trom can't? What if Rat Negra can tame Leviathan and Trom can't? That would be groundbreaking shit. That would be groundbreaking. Assuming that she can tame animals, that would be groundbreaking shit. Like, what if she can? Yo, that would be insane. Yo, I'm kind of going for that now. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would be some shit. That would be some shit. That's assuming that she's really like that. Like she's like really talking about taming beasts. But if she could tame Lev, yo, yo. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Oh wait, yeah, I'll read y'all comment after. Plus Ha has an anima. Plot Ha has an anima sounds more refreshing than standard hard-headed route force kicking and punching the Ha family is known for. Okay, I can get that. I think you mean Gra in the beginning of that, but thank you for being the first TOG YouTube that will not clown on Darwin. I'm not clowning on Darwin. Again, I think people under I I think it was unnecessary, but don't get me wrong. I like her, but they were right. What she did was pretty stupid. Yeah, I said that too. I thought it was stupid. Like her diving in like that was way too gung ho, way too confident. She was stupid to do that. She fought in a war called Genesis. Would not go towards the enemy, whether in the middle of the battlefield. What you expect from them? Talk about over tea and cakes. The nickname Darwin, the moron, is accurate. I could get behind. I get that. Um, I just realized why Karaka was not there. I know you have a probably a problem. I think you have a problem with him when it comes to fighting. Hear me out. Him versus Yuri, what's a draw? Was a draw, and Urek or any irregular doesn't count. Back to the point. If Karaka joined, what would have less they that would have been less casualty in this fight. Think about it. We're talking about tentacles that can grow and exercise, wipe out, or I disagree with you. I disagree with you only because those tentacles didn't mean shit, and his armor didn't mean shit in the face of Dumas. And what we've seen, these people are up there close to Dumas. So no, them tentacles wouldn't mean shit, bro. Um, so logically, in the story wise problem, I think Siu realized that that's why he isn't there, or Karaka didn't want to fight his actual comrades or not. Yeah, I gotta disagree with you there. Of course, Kira isn't replacing anyone. You already know they have one of the fellow dumpster babies chilling in their ships. Yeah, true. So I have a little bit of a hot take, maybe even blasphemous. I think making it more interesting if Urek losing this fight, more specifically Die. Okay, Die is a stretch, but I said the same thing earlier. I think Urek taking significant damage or underestimating them and getting something done to him makes things very, very interesting, but also complicated. But I could also see why people would hate it. But I said the same thing. I know he's a regular in the title of strongest man, but compared to who? The town was in the most dangerous when the 13th came in. That's the whole reason why they're untouchable now. And if it's highly implied, non-irregulars could have reached their level back in the day, but they didn't like that, so they got rid of everything and threw it away. That's what I was just referring to the pot. Okay, that's we're kind of along the same line here. Since the tests were watered down by Jihad, Urek has uh, a way of improving. Urek has, I'm going to say, no way of improving or gagging himself to. His peers are lazy and stagnant, and the rest are too weak. He's a big fish in a small pond, surrounded by guppies, unaware of the biggest fish. Meanwhile, the revolution spending every day fighting war with each other for territory. And ooh, so you're calling Urek a bit of a greenhorn compared to fighting. That's interesting. Like, but Urek did fight the family heads though. Like he did, like fight Ari Han and shit. So Urek is not accustomed to fighting. But I see what you're saying. He's a bit of a greenhorn in terms of like what they're doing. Okay, I don't hate that. Um, so every day they're basically going through, and they have their own revolutions with all the boasting from their becoming the family. They should be strong enough to take down Urek. I wonder if they can do like a soul, like kind of like I wonder if like consuming souls is normal back then, normal in the red dump, like because souls have to return to the tower, right? So somebody mentioned something like this earlier. What if it's very possible, because and Kill references too, that sorcery comes from these broken parts of the tower. So what if these people literally feasted upon each other to get to like how strong they are? Like what if like during the time that they're warring, there like that spell to entrap souls is not a spell that's unique to white, like or they learned he learned it from his father. That shouldn't be a spell unique to them. I can see them getting as strong as they have by possibly consuming the souls of their enemies that they've killed or consumed in that space, because again, that space harnesses sorcery and the darkness of shit. Like the dump is basically that darkness. So I could see that. I could absolutely see them. That's where their power comes from, and why a girl like her would maybe able to use lightning. Like, oh, that's gas. That is fucking gas. I love the idea of that. Holy shit. Okay. I love this is why I like reading people's comments, because they lead me on to another chain of thought of shit. Like yeah, Zenu, like that's why I like reading people's comments, because it leads me to a whole nother some shit I wouldn't have thought of. Okay, that would be fucking gas. I love that. Huh? Gas. That's some good shit, man. That's some good shit. Okay. Plus, I feel like this would give the story stakes. I haven't really helped them, but the start of Urek's death would shape the tower and the community. Maybe they get out their asses. Okay, you really calling the Urek death flag? Sleepy calling out the Urek death flag is crazy. I wasn't going that crazy with it, but okay, I see what you, but you did get me to think about things in a different way, Sleepy. So that was some good shit. Yeah, the darkness of the tower. What Kill was saying. I You should make video on that theory. Honestly, on the red dump and the soul thing. I think so. I'm so bad at doing other videos besides my regular routine videos. I'm so bad at that. I won't pretend that I'm not. But I do like the idea of them being that powerful because of that. Like I do love that. Um, damn. And what if in a way, like, because the souls couldn't return to Shinsu. So like, yo, that's some shit. Oh man. Like, but basically what Traumery does, they would be able to do that. Like, fam, what if they like, yo, what if there's a way? What if there's a way that they can kill a family head and they can like transfer the power amongst themselves? Like they could share it. So like what? So what if Gustang has a plan to kill Trom to feed the revolutionary Trom's power? What the fuck? They would absolutely reach that level of power if that type of shit is possible. Like even Urek showing up here, what if they looking at Urek as a piece of fish? Like, oh, the strongest man showed up. Let's get his ass. And yo, that would be nutty. That would be fucking nutty. Hell no. They do what white do, but they do it better. Fam. What if Urek is in a rut here? Nah, that's not that's a reach, but that could be some shit. Holy, these people from the dump fucking scary, man. I ain't gonna hold you. They got it scary out here. They got it scary out here. Yeah, they've got to be really familiar with the concept of souls. Like they've got to be very familiar with that concept. And you know what? That kind of shit is also outlawed. Like it's outlawed in the tower. Like I can see a place where I could see a place where they put people in who could do that type of sorcery into the dump. Like that makes sense to me. Like they would do that. They would absolutely do that. They would dump those people in there. Yo, that's some shit. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot. You should make the video on the theory, honestly. Yeah. So maybe after we get a little bit of info, Zenu. Yeah, that I think I would enjoy making a video like that. I won't make any promises, but I will say I would enjoy making a video like that. Um, Maybe with a few more details, I can maybe cook something up with that. I do think so. Um, That would be epic. The fact that they've been constantly fighting to makes them even scarier. Yeah, yeah, they are like they literally are come from a warring states. They're like the warring states. They're constantly warring. I would say these a lot introduction came with a vibe that their introduction is here to disrupt the tower. You want to expand on it? Hey, look, go feel free. Zeno, look. You know the Discord is a place of theories. We do it all the time. So yeah, I really like that. I really like the idea of that. You could really make sense of their strength behind that. Um, the RLD concept is great. It's great. It's literally a hub of shit. I love it. Um, all right, gang. It is 3:30. I've been on here almost 2 hours. I am signing off. I know we've had a good time talking about everything and going through everything. So uh, thank you for everybody who stopped in. Um, Share the video like all over the place. Join the Discord. Rand, if you could post the Discord link for me, my boy. Um, Join the Discord, please, and thank you. Where we might talk about this stuff, especially this recent theory we just talked about. Zenu sounds like he's very excited to talk about it in the Discord, so I'll probably definitely dive into it. I can see a lot of people actually in the Discord agreeing upon this concept possibly being a real thing. So it'll make for a very fun topic that we may discuss. For the next couple days. So But yeah, share my video, like the video. I'm almost at 2,000 subs. I think I'm at like 20 away. But yeah, this is fun, guys. So you guys have a good weekend. New chapter on Sunday. Can't wait. Um, yeah.